So back when I was growing up, Serena Williams wasn't just a tennis player, she was a damn superhero. This woman was out here dominating Wimbledon, the US Open, the French Open, you name it, while looking absolutely nothing like what people expected a female athlete to look like. For those of you who don't know tennis history, let me break it down for you. We're talking about a woman who won 23 Grand Slam singles titles, more than any other player in the Open era. She was muscular, she was curvy, she was loud, she was confident, and she never apologized for taking up space on that court. While other female athletes were being told to be smaller, quieter, more ladylike, Serena was out here flexing her biceps and telling the world exactly who she was. Tennis world, which was predominantly white and elitist, did not know what to do with Serena Williams. And through all of that hate, all of that criticism, all of those attempts to tear her down, she stood tall. She posed for body-celebrating magazine covers. She talked openly about loving herself. She became this beacon of hope for young girls, especially young black girls, who didn't see themselves represented in sports or media. Remember when she did that pregnancy photo shoot for Vanity Fair? Absolutely iconic. Let me paint you a picture of peak Serena Williams' body positivity. We're talking about a woman who would celebrate her victories by flexing her muscles. She'd wear tutus on the tennis court because she felt like it. She'd rock tight-fitting outfits that showed off her curves and her strength. And when people tried to come for her about it, she'd shut them down with pure confidence. "I love my body, and I would never change anything about it," she said in interviews. "I'm not asking anyone else to like it. I like it, and that's all that matters." That's the energy we needed, and that's the energy she gave us for over 2 decades. When she got married to Alexis Ohanian in 2017, the wedding photos were stunning. She was glowing, she was confident, she was everything. And when she announced her pregnancy, she kept playing tennis at the highest level. She literally won a Grand Slam while carrying her daughter Olympia. That's not just athletic prowess, that's showing every woman in the world that pregnancy doesn't make you weak or less capable. Then came the birth complications. Serena nearly died giving birth to Olympia due to blood clots and other serious medical issues. But even through that trauma, she kept preaching self-love and body acceptance. She was open about her struggles with postpartum depression, about feeling disconnected from her body, about the pressure to bounce back after pregnancy. "I'm not trying to have the perfect body," she said in interviews during her comeback. "I'm trying to have the healthy body that works for me and my life." That message resonated with millions of women who were dealing with similar struggles. Fast forward to 2023, and Serena announces she's pregnant with baby number 2.
And we have a special guest here with us right now. Do we want to talk about our special guest, Serena?
I don't know.
Okay, I think we should. I think we should.
At this point, she's already retired from professional tennis, went out on her own terms at the US Open in 2022. The tennis world gave her the send-off she deserved. Standing ovations, tears, and celebration of an incredible career. She gives birth to daughter Adira in August 2023, and everything seems normal. She's posting cute family photos, talking about adjusting to life with 2 kids, and sharing the usual new mom content. But then something changed. People started noticing that Serena was looking different in her posts, smaller, and at first fans were supportive.
Psych!
Serena looks great. She's glowing. Mom life suits her. The usual positive comments you'd expect for someone who just had a baby. But as the months went on, the weight loss became more and more noticeable. And this is where things get interesting, because Serena had always been very vocal about not succumbing to pressure to lose baby weight quickly. She had talked about how harmful those bounce-back expectations were for new mothers. Then came August 22nd, 2025, a date that would change everything. Serena Williams sat down with Today for what seemed like a routine interview, probably talking about motherhood, her retirement, and maybe some business ventures. But instead, she dropped a bombshell that nobody saw coming.
Well, a lot of people have been wondering about my new fitness journey and what I've been doing, and I've been really open about me being on GLP-1s. And I thought it was really important just to come out and say it. So I'm on a GLP-1 through Ro.co. And for me, it was really just about taking away that stigma of like, is it a lazy way? Is it a shortcut? Like, why would you do that? And so for me, like after having my first kid with Olympia, and then, you know, in particular after having the second kid, I was never able to be at a healthy weight that I could be at, whether it was my joints or blood sugar levels. It was just always something that I suffered with. And a lot of women actually go through this. And I always said that I feel like, for me personally, I feel like, you know what, after I had my kids, after I got a tad bit older, like my body was actually missing something. No matter what I did, I literally was playing professional tennis. And you can even see, like, sometimes I had this really awesome documentary a few years ago, and you can see in the documentary, my coach is telling me, you have to lose weight, you have to lose weight. I'm playing professional tennis, I'm literally training 5 hours a day, and I would always work my way to one point of the scale and it would never go below that. And so for me, eventually when GLP-1s came out, I was like, no way, no how, that's not for me. Don't sign me up. But then, I looked at it as a sport, like as an opponent. Okay. Like I can't beat this opponent. No matter what I do, I have to try something different. Tried something different. It didn't work. And so eventually I just, I saw my friends using it. I saw a lot of people on it and I tried it and it actually worked.
It gets worse. She didn't just quietly mention this in passing. This was part of a whole advertising campaign for a company called Ro, a telehealth platform that, surprise, surprise, sells GLP-1 medications to people who want to lose weight. And guess who sits on Ro's board of directors? Her husband, Alexis Ohanian. Talk about keeping the money in the family. So what did she do? She turned to pharmaceutical help. And not only did she use it, she became the face of promoting it to other women.
Okay, so you want to know how I finally lost weight after having kids? Well, the answer might surprise you. I'm Serena, and I'm on Ro for GLP-1s. Ro helps you stay on track with monthly check-ins, unlimited provider messaging, and support.
Y'all, when I tell you the internet exploded, I mean it exploded. The backlash was swift, it was brutal, and it was coming from all directions. Fans felt betrayed, critics felt vindicated. The body-positive community felt like they'd been stabbed in the back by one of their biggest champions, another celebrity promoting unrealistic standards while pretending it's about health. But the most vocal and articulate critic came from an unexpected source, actress Jamila Jamil. Now, Serena Williams is selling GLP-1s, Jamila wrote on Instagram. The thing I feel most uncomfortable about here is that celebrities have access to doctors that most others don't have access to. She didn't stop there. She kept going, calling out the privilege and hypocrisy of celebrity endorsements of medical treatments. When celebrities promote these expensive medications while having access to the best healthcare money can buy, it's not the same as a regular person making this choice. And you know what? She had a point. These GLP-1 medications, the stuff people call Ozempic, even though that's just one brand, cost hundreds of dollars a month. We're talking $300 to $1,000 monthly, and most insurance companies won't cover it unless you have diabetes. So when Serena promotes this stuff, she's essentially advertising a luxury weight loss solution to people who can't afford it. But the cost wasn't even the biggest issue. The real problem was what Serena's endorsement represented. For over 2 decades, she had been telling women, especially young Black women, to love their bodies exactly as they are. She had survived decades of body shaming and had come out stronger, more confident, more self-assured. Now here she was, essentially saying, actually I couldn't accept my postpartum body, so I took drugs to change it, and she was getting paid to tell other women to do the same thing. The timing made it even worse. We're in the middle of this whole Ozempic era where celebrities are dropping weight left and right, all claiming it's for health reasons, while clearly doing it for aesthetic purposes. People are tired of the fake narratives. They're tired of being lied to. Kim Kardashian, Elon Musk, and Sharon Osbourne, all these celebrities have been suspected of using these medications while denying it or staying quiet about it. At least Serena was being honest about her usage, right? But that honesty came with a price tag attached, and that's what made people feel manipulated. Of course, Serena had her defenders. Her fans came out swinging. She's being honest about how she lost the weight. Some supporters pointed out that she specifically mentioned health concerns, not just vanity. They argued that she was destigmatizing these medications for people who actually need them for legitimate medical reasons. Maybe she's helping women who are struggling with obesity-related health issues, her defenders said. There's nothing wrong with using medical interventions when diet and exercise aren't working. But here's the thing. When you've built your entire brand on natural body acceptance, when you've told millions of women that they're perfect just as they are, switching to pharmaceutical interventions hits different. It's not just about personal choice anymore. It's about the message you're sending to all the people who looked up to you. And let's talk about the business aspect, because this is where things get really messy. Serena didn't just decide to try these medications and then casually mention it in an interview. This was a calculated business decision. She partnered with Ro, a telehealth company that makes money by prescribing these expensive medications to people online. And her husband, Alexis Ohanian, just happens to sit on their board of directors. So when Serena promotes GLP-1s, she's not just sharing her personal journey, she's helping to line her family's pockets.
Because GLP-1s changed my life, I'm partnering with Ro. Everything is 100% online. Go to ro.co.
The campaign was slick and professional. High-quality photos and videos of Serena talking about her health journey. Carefully crafted messaging about how this wasn't about vanity, it was about wellness. Press releases and media interviews all coordinated to maximize impact. But people saw through it. They realized they weren't being supported or inspired, they were being sold to. And that realization hurt even more than the initial betrayal. Jamila Jamil wasn't done with her criticism. She kept posting about celebrity culture and the promotion of weight loss drugs. And while she tried to clarify that her issue wasn't specifically with Serena as a person, her broader points hit hard. Celebrities have access to doctors, nutritionists, personal trainers, chefs, and medical monitoring that most people don't have, she wrote. When they promote these drugs, they're not operating from the same reality as their fans. She also pointed out the hypocrisy of marketing expensive medications as health solutions when they're clearly being used for cosmetic purposes. If this was really about health, why are we only seeing thin, conventionally attractive people in these campaigns? Jamila's criticism resonated with a lot of people because she was saying what many fans were thinking but couldn't articulate. The disappointment wasn't just about Serena using the drugs. It was about the way the whole thing was packaged and sold. This controversy tapped into something much bigger than just Serena Williams. We're living in an era where body positivity has become mainstream, but it's also become commercialized. Companies are making money off of self-acceptance movements while simultaneously promoting products that promise to change how you look. Serena's GLP-1 endorsement felt like the final straw for a lot of people who were already frustrated with how body positivity was being co-opted by brands and celebrities. Here was someone who had been a genuine pioneer of the movement, and now she was literally selling weight loss drugs. The conversation expanded beyond just Serena to this whole culture of celebrity health and wellness endorsements. People started questioning other celebrities who had been promoting wellness products while clearly having access to medical interventions that regular people couldn't afford. It also highlighted the impossible standards that postpartum women face. Even Serena Williams, arguably the most physically powerful and accomplished female athlete of all time, felt like her postpartum body wasn't good enough. If she couldn't accept her body after having kids, what does that say to regular women dealing with the same struggles? One of the most frustrating aspects of this whole situation was Serena's insistence that this was about health, not appearance. It's not about vanity, she kept saying. It's about your health. But let's be real here. Serena Williams is one of the healthiest people on the planet. She's a professional athlete who has maintained incredible physical fitness throughout her entire adult life. She looked healthy before. She looked healthy during her pregnancies. She looked healthy after giving birth. This wasn't about preventing diabetes or heart disease. This was about returning to a certain aesthetic standard. This whole situation is part of a larger trend of celebrities and influencers monetizing their personal experiences and struggles. Whether it's mental health, relationships, parenting, or body image, everything becomes content, and content becomes commerce. The problem is that when money gets involved, the authenticity that made these personal stories meaningful in the first place gets compromised. Fans start questioning whether they're getting genuine advice or sophisticated problems that were previously addressed through lifestyle changes or self-acceptance. It's part of a broader medicalization of normal human experiences, where every deviation from an ideal standard becomes a condition that needs treatment. When celebrities promote these pharmaceutical shortcuts, they're contributing to a culture that sees medication as the solution to personal dissatisfaction, rather than addressing the underlying social and psychological factors that create that dissatisfaction in the first place. So here we are. Serena Williams, who spent over 2 decades, who inspired millions to embrace their authentic selves, has become another celebrity selling expensive medical interventions to people who can't afford them. It's heartbreaking because she chose to monetize that choice in a way that contradicts everything she previously stood for. The real tragedy isn't that Serena lost 31 pounds. It's that in doing so, she lost something much more valuable: the postpartum struggles and the pressure that women face to conform to certain standards. Maybe this controversy will lead to positive changes in how celebrities approach health endorsements. Or maybe this is just who she is now, another celebrity selling pharmaceutical solutions to insecurities that she helped create. Either way, the damage has been done. The icon has fallen, and the movement she helped build is left to pick up the pieces. What do you think? Was Serena wrong to promote these drugs after being such a strong body positivity advocate? Or should we support her choice and her transparency? Let me know in the comments below, because this conversation is far from over. The real question isn't whether Serena was right or wrong. It's what happens when the people we look up to for self-acceptance start telling us we need to change. And honestly, that's a conversation we all need to have. Either way, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe for more content about fallen heroes and cultural controversies. It's been your boy breaking down another celebrity downfall, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.